Hey there, guys. Thanks for joining me. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. It's the 29th of August, and I am going to do my vlog for the ending of week 10, beginning of week 11. My hair is kind of fluffy, took a shower, and I just can't get the humidity out of it. So I got a haircut, though, recently. I went to an old friend of mine who had not been cutting my hair for a while, and I actually love it. So maybe I'll show a video of what this hair is supposed to look like, okay? That'll be right there. So otherwise, I want to let you know that this is Thursday, the 29th of August, 20th of August. And I had a crazy fun week. I had a week of going up to 30. So I don't know if you remember on the last video, I went through and I told you guys I did 30 units. I didn't go up to fight, like to combat anything. Like I didn't go up in units to combat like a slow weight loss or anything like that. I actually did it because I had leftover in my compounding, like leftover in my compound vial. I still have a little bit left. Like I thought I was going to have just enough for 30, and I got scared and only wanted to do 30. So I think I probably have, I'm going to guess about 10 units extra. So I'm going to, number one, show you guys my new syringe. It's a new, I learned something this week. Actually learned it today. I learned about the difference in compounding syringes. So if you are at a loss for compounding syringes like I am, you're going to appreciate this because I felt like a dummy afterward. I am a trained medical professional. I administer anesthetic, but I administer it with preset cartridges, and I don't have to measure out anything. I keep the same gauge of needle. I keep the same amount of anesthetic that's standardized. So I don't have to do the legwork for some of these items on a daily basis. But the new syringes that I got are the bigger end of a syringe instead of being a small, tiny little petite syringe. And so the numbers were off and different, and I wasn't prepared for it. So when I mentally this morning went to go and do my injection, I went and realized that I was not familiar with this needle, and I'm not sure what the heck this is, and I didn't use it. So I advise that if you don't know your needle and you don't know your materials and your products, leave it down, put it away, come back to it after you ask your doctor or your nurse or your weight loss doctor, anything that you need to know about new syringes or new products. Always question it. It's always better to question it than it is to accidentally inject something at the wrong dose. So that being said, I will show my needle and I will show you that right here. Okay, so what I have here is a new vial. I have an old vial that I was trying to get everything out of, and this one you can still see a little bit in there. I don't know where yeah, see that little bit. And then I've got new syringes that are called Easy Touch, and they're 31 gauge, and they're 1 milliliter cc, 1 ml cc. The point of this is that if you look at a needle, I already wasted one earlier. If you look at the needle, it says, and this is backward a little bit, 20, 30, 40, and then it's got real small little increments here, real tiny ones. You can't see it right there. See those? And the point is that now when I fill this, it's only going to go to like right here, versus the other syringes, it looked like it was coming all the way down. So I'm going to show you a picture of what my doctor sent me so that maybe this will help. And now you probably are back. So what I had to do was I had to learn that the inside of the syringe of my old one, the ones I used for the last like set of vial, the last vial, the internal part of the syringe is really little. It's real teeny. So it's like really, really little. And I'm going to post a video or a picture right here of what my doctor sent me to show me and make me understand the difference in the syringes that are there. There's 3 options of syringes. One's very narrow inside, one's like a little bigger inside of the syringe, and one is really big. And that's the one I have now, is the really big one. So what I want to show you is that photo, and hopefully you took a look at it somewhere in the past couple seconds and you were able to see that big one is very different from the little one. So on the little one, I was used to going all the way to the 25 point, which is like pretty long, it feels like, on that syringe. But on the new needle I got with the same vial, same dosage, everything, that one is just barely touching this much of the needle, of the barrel, of the syringe. So you could see why I was confused, and I got kind of nervous, and I threw everything away and I just went to work. That being said, I figured it out. I got my knowledge updated today, and I now feel confident giving myself that injection. So I think I'm going to go with 30 again. And if anything, I'm going to do 30 because, number one, my period was last week, or for this whole week. So it kind of messed with my dosage a little bit, I feel. And I'm going to do 30 now that my period should be ending. And I'm going to just kind of see how that feels. So 2 things happened to me this past week when I went up to 30. So that's 30 units of compounding tirzepatide, not Zepbound. That Zepbound issue, whole nother issue I'll cover separately. When it comes to the compound tirzepatide and my new needle, I went through and I realized that I'm going to try the 30 again. And if I don't like it, then I'll go back down to 25 units safely. This past week, I did my injection exactly a week ago. I did the injection, and I discovered that I now know what sulfur burps are. So you guys know what they are? If you know what they are, make a comment below and tell me how long you've had them, because I kept hearing and reading about people describing them, and I didn't understand what they were until the day after I injected the 30 units. And I had a teeny little burp. And when I burped, I was like, I didn't eat eggs today. I feel like that's how I am with eggs. I'll eat eggs for breakfast and I'll have a little bit of a burp, and that's eggs. But I didn't eat any eggs all week. And I was just kind of like, what is that? That's kind of like gross, but not really bad. Just it's a little teeny burp. And then I realized, oh, this is not good. I think these are sulfur burps. So I want you to know, if you do get them, I didn't find a way to fix them. And I'm going to make matters worse right now. And I'm going to tell you what a lot of different people told me. A lot of people said that the sulfur burps are from your food being in your stomach a little bit longer than normal. And it's basically sitting there kind of old, and the little burps are the gases kind of being emitted and breaking off as your stomach's trying to digest the food. And they don't smell great and they don't taste great. They're not horrific, but they're not lovely. It's almost like if you eat onions and you kind of burp up like onion breath. That's kind of what it is, but it's real subtle and soft. And I actually had to get to the point where at a dental office where I work at, I had to tell my coworkers that I was sorry. Like, if I burp right now, I'm going to walk away because I don't want you guys to have to deal with this. So mouthwash worked a little bit. Brushing my teeth worked a little bit. I didn't try anything yet, honestly, because I'm that kind of person that gets kind of scared to like try something new and maybe have a bad reaction, like eat something minty or something. So this week I'm going to try mints and see how that goes. So being said, sulfur burps, that was a really fun thing. I didn't have an upset stomach from it. I didn't have any pain from it. So it wasn't anything like that. So that was good. My other issue that I dealt with was, which is really weird, going to 30 units. This is another thing I'm going to look for to see if it still lasts. So I don't know if you remember, not this week, but the week before, I overdid it on the magnesium. I did a little too much magnesium, and I ingested magnesium that is called Calm, and it's supposed to keep your bowel movements moving nice and smooth, not overly, just kind of smooth. And I'm going to drink some in a minute. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I have some people that are wondering about it. If you know, you know, but for the people who don't know, I'll put a clip in there right now about that. So here's the Calm that I'm talking about. I just did my injection, so I'm going to get this ready. It's $3.25 per serving. This is what it is. I have a shellfish allergy, and this is safe for me. Water, a little bit of water in here. We're going to put it in the microwave for about maybe 20 seconds just to warm it up. Don't make it hot. It's a little warmer than I'd like, but it's not a big deal. And then I'm going to use my teaspoon, and I'm going to do 1 scoop and 2 scoops. If you look, it's starting to bubble. I think the warm water is supposed to be to dissolve it a little bit faster. See all those bubbles? See, it's still bubbling. Then I get a little bit of water and now I can drink it all really fast. The Calm Magnesium is something that helps your bowel movement stay consistent, which is very important on this medication. I all week did not take any Calm at all. I have not for 7 days because of that little kind of poop misunderstanding I had and problem. This week I didn't do any, and guess what? I was going not like bad, but I was pretty smooth and just kind of consistent. So I don't know if going to 30 units made me reverse and went from constipated to no longer constipated, but we're going to find out. But I am going to do Calm again because I'm getting worried. So I don't know, maybe the Calm is going to impact me. I don't know. I don't want to take a chance. We'll find out next week. I had to take a lot of Calm the week before in order to get that bad reaction. So I'm going to go back to normal Calm dosage and see what happens. Other than that, I don't feel like I had really any problems much with anything. I stayed, oh, I'm sorry, my weight loss. So I had weight loss. So I went from 208 1 week ago, exactly 7 days ago, to 205. But yesterday I was 205. This morning I got up and I gained, I was like 205.8 yesterday. I woke up today and I was a pound heavier. And I'm going to tell you what I did that I think affected it. Could have affected it. I'm not like totally disturbed by this, but I want you to know if that happens to you. Number one, I don't get stressed out. I get interested and intrigued by what made that happen. That's why I weigh myself every day. I want to see what did I do the day before that could have impacted it. And it teaches me about my body. So what I did was I had a little bit of angel hair pasta with my chicken and my sauce. I also ate after 6 p.m. I find that when I eat after 6 p.m., I tend to gain half a pound and then I'll drop it the next day. So that being said, I wanted to give you guys that info. Let's pretend I'm 205 still in the morning. I'm sure I'll be back at 205 is usually what happens, but I got to 206 again. But last Thursday, 7 days ago, I was 208. So 208 and yesterday was 205. So that's 3 pounds gone. And then this morning, because of the pasta and the water that carbs bring into your body and the eating after 6 p.m., I'm guessing that it is the reason for half a pound. But that half a pound brought me up to 206. Does that make sense? So we can call it 205 or we can call it 206. Either way, it's 2 to 3 pounds for the week. I'll know more tomorrow morning. Today I ate under 1,000 calories. I think I'm eating like 950, but it's because I planned poorly. Number one, I don't want to eat anything more tonight. I want to kind of, end my eating, and then wake up in the morning and I'll make up those calories if I need to. All week I've been eating about under 1,200 calories, or at 1,200, between 11 and 12. So I don't go over 1,200 calories because it's really easy for me to, I don't know why, but it's really easy for me to slide from, like, let's say I'm at 1,000 calories. And then I go from 1,000 and then all of a sudden I try to have like a protein shake or I try to eat some meat or something. I find that what happens is I can jump over 1,200 really fast. So I try to stay right at 11 to 1,200 if possible. And it usually is pretty easy, but I try not to go over. A couple of things that I've been eating that are not changing much in my menu is I tend to have a Friday night or Saturday night taco night out. I talked to you guys about that before. I've measured out the calories in the ground beef and the, lettuce, tomato, cheese. It's just barely any cheese. And I don't eat a lot of cheese anyway because I'm kind of like lactose intolerant, or I have like an allergy to it more so than intolerance. So I'm very careful. And I have like a hard shell taco. It's like one of the only tortilla things that I have, a hard shell tortilla. And it's my treat. It's like one thing that I do to kind of make myself feel like I'm still part of like society, and I get out there and eat the food, but I don't go out a lot. My life is pretty repetitive, which I like. So there was a time in my life where I was like always out with friends, raising my son, bringing up a child. I had a family to take care of. I had jobs around the valley. You know, I'm in Phoenix, so I had jobs all over. And life was busier than now. You know, I'm a little bit older. My son is grown. So I have the ability to kind of control my life and make sure that things are more relaxed, you know. And with the ability to have a more relaxed lifestyle, I can control things like that. I don't go out that often. I've kind of like done that. I really like to be home. I like to clean my house when I am here. When I'm at work with my dental people and my dental patients, I really like to give them my time and then go home. If I go to my office, my business, and work with my lash clients or my tattooing clients, I really like to focus on them. And then they're who I give my time to. And then from there, I will go home and then, you know, spend time with my dogs. That's my life. You probably call it boring, but it's really genuinely where I like to be. I'm trying to describe all that so that you understand how I'm able to contain my life so simply. And that might make losing the weight a little bit easier. If I had more people inviting me out to dinner, if I had more of that going on, you know, I probably would have to train myself how to order food. So it can be done. But for me personally, I know my experience is that I have to be careful to kind of let myself out into the world little by little by little. So I've found that there's a cheeseburger place I can go to down the road that's really good, and I can order safely there. I'm being a good girl when I go there. The tacos are great. Taco shop is really good. And I have enchiladas too. The other thing that I can do is I go to a breakfast place down the road. I'm just not really hungry. So because of the injection, you lose your appetite. So I'm not trying to center my fun and my entertainment around food. If I go and spend time with people I care about, it's not going to focus on food. It's going to focus on talking to them, catching up on them, seeing how they're doing. If I'm at work, I try not to talk too much about food. I want to focus on the person that I'm talking to. If I go somewhere with friends, it's because I want to hang out with them. I want to talk to them. I want to, instead of like digging into my food and letting that be my comfort or my anxiety blanket, I'm trying to really make a conscious effort to get out there and really just reconnect with the people that I care about and make time for them and spend time with them. For me, that's what I need. I was using food in a way to mask boredom and anxiety and stress, and I have been working on all of that shadow work. So for me, I'm doing perfect. That may not be the thing that some people need. So if you have your thing that you're doing, share with me down below what you're doing to maybe eliminate the attachment to food that was unhealthy, if that even was your issue. If not, well, then don't worry about it. But for me, I'm a food addict and a sugar addict for sure. So I have to be careful of that. I have to watch that. And as long as I, can keep myself strong in that and keep my blinders on and build that muscle, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up okay. So other than that, another thing that I've been dealing with, or not dealing with, but that I've had it happen this last week, my clothes have gone totally baggy. Like, you guys have been watching along the way that my clothes have been just a little bit loose. Maybe they started a little bit tight, but that's kind of how I wear my clothes. I got to the point where I realized that they are literally loose. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like bummed out because I have some really expensive scrub outfits that I really wanted to hold on to for a while, and I don't think they can be tailored. Not all of them can be tailored. I think what I'll do is tomorrow I'll show you some of my new scrub outfits that I did buy that are stretchy pants so I can work out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use some of my scrubs much longer. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of use them when I can, maybe tattoo in them because they're kind of loose and comfy and I can stretch and move around. But other than that, I don't think dental is going to be appropriate for them. So it's amazing. Like I'm blessed. I'm so happy. I'm so fortunate. My health is improved. And with the health, the side benefit is just the weight loss physically. But I literally am at a loss for words. You guys, I want you to know that I haven't been this weight that I am right now since 1999. Yeah, 1999. Like 1999. There ain't no partying going to be happening, but it is like 1999 up in here right now. So I am at 205, 206, and I'm starting to take little clips as I get closer to that 200 mark. I'm praying that I'll be able to get there with you guys and really see me go down under that, because then it's 1998. And then we're just like, I don't know, do you guys even want to keep counting? But you know, I really appreciate you guys being here. I've got some really good feedback. I hopefully wasn't talking as fast. If I was talking fast, hopefully I talked a little bit more so you have some more info. And if I was still too fast for you, put me on slow down, because I don't know. I can't even handle my own voice that much. I don't know how you guys can. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any concerns or anything about what you're using, if I can help you, I'll try. I am not by any means a doctor. I do not know a lot of medical things in terms of this weight loss issue stuff, but I can try and help or give you some advice on how I dealt with things in a certain scenario. But if you're on tirzepatide, I wish you luck, and I hope that you stick along with me in the journey and that you subscribe. I would love to grow my channel. I'm focused so much, you guys, right now on losing weight, and I've kind of let all the other topics that I have fall to the wayside, and I didn't mean to do that. So if you're here because you want to see lashes or tattooing or hear anything about me, go ahead and put a comment in the below, and I'll make a video if there's something that I'm like not telling you that you want to hear. But for now, I hope you didn't mind this really long video. I'm just trying to make sure I give you guys some good content to learn from, and hopefully it helps you. And again, my name is Lisa with Lunalux AZ, and I am a lash artist, tattoo artist, and esthetician. I'm also a dental hygienist. I am a mother of a grown-up child. No, I guess he's a man. And I am married, and I've been married for, I don't even know anymore, you guys, since 2011. So there's a little bit of back info. There's a lot of back info always, right? But there's some other info about me if you're tired of hearing me rant and rave only about weight loss. But for me, this is a really big journey, and it means a lot. So you guys have a wonderful night. I think I'm kind of out right now. Hopefully you liked all the clips. And I will see you guys soon. I'm going to make another video about kind of what I'm thinking about this whole Zepbound thing. All right, have a good night, you guys. Bye.